You see, people who know me from my childhood are surprised to hear that I'm now a professional speaker. I was very much an introvert, never spoke to anybody. I remember the first time that I was thrust into the spotlight. I was about 4 or 5 years old, and my father volunteered me to deliver the homecoming king and queen their crowns. I had to walk out into the middle of the football field in front of 50,000 people. Okay, maybe it wasn't 50,000, but it felt like 50,000 people. I was horrified. There I was in my little blue suit. I was carrying this pillow with 2 crowns up to the homecoming king and queen. It was traumatic to me. I was a sophomore in high school, and I joined a class. I don't remember what class it was. To this day, I couldn't tell you what the whole class was about. But part of our assignment was to go and interview business people. And I was assigned a partner, and we had to go talk to a businessman. We walked into his office, sat down with him. He shook my hand. I told him my name, and from that point on, I didn't and I couldn't say another word. The partner that I was with kept looking at me to ask questions that we had prearranged, and I couldn't say a word. The guy had to do all the talking for both of us. As we walked out of there, I was so embarrassed, I was so ashamed. Little to say, I didn't pass that class either. Now, as I said, I became more comfortable talking to people when it was more of a one-on-one situation. I could sit down with somebody across the table and have a conversation. Now, things changed a little bit when Vitalia joined Toastmasters. See, she came up to me one day and she said, "Honey, I'm thinking about joining Toastmasters. Let's go to a contest. I want to see what this organization is all about." So I attended one of these speech contests. And as we walked out of there that night, I thought to myself, there is no way I'm joining this group. Now, Vitalia went on to join Toastmasters. And actually, when I first thought about it, I went, what is this club all about? What are they, just a group of people that get together and toast, honoring each other for just making it to the club? But as Vitalia joined the Toastmasters Club, she kept coming home and telling me, oh, what a great time that she had and how she had to give this speech and that speech, and it was wonderful. And she goes, you should come with me. As a matter of fact, I want you to join Toastmasters with me. Now, some of the guys you might understand, I said, there's no way I'm joining Toastmasters. And as the man of the house, the man who wears the pants in the family, I refused to join Toastmasters. Well, next Tuesday, guess where I was? I was at that Toastmasters club. And I sat there, and for 5 weeks, I sat there. And became such a regular, but I kept refusing to join. Finally, they put my name on the back of a chair. And I felt pressured into joining it. Now, I joined Toastmasters, and after a couple weeks, I was asked to give my icebreaker speech. I hummed and I hawed, and I went, well, I guess, yeah, okay, I'll do it in a couple weeks. Now, how many of you remember your first icebreaker speech? Mine was horrible. I stammered and I hummed and I hawed through the entire thing. I don't remember what I said, and when I saw that green light, I hit that chair. And I thought to myself, that was the first and last speech that I'm ever giving. Now, I didn't end up giving more speeches. I ended up getting my Competent Communicator manual finished up. I went on to become an area governor. I did advanced communicator manual speeches. I did everything that I needed to do to get my DTM. So I stepped out of my comfort zone. You know, this is something that's going to take some time and some energy and some courage to step out of your comfort zone. But ladies and gentlemen, this is your life. When are you going to follow your dream? Mr. Toastmaster.